They promised you free health care for the rest of your life. Then you turned 65 and you were told you have to pay $2,435 a year for Medicare. So what's that bill for? This. Keeping the TRICARE for life you were already promised. My 82-year-old dad, Wallace, doesn't pay $2,435 a year for his Part B, though. He pays $17.90 a month. Same Medicare. And I'm going to put his actual medicare.gov portal on the screen now to show you. So here we are about to log into my dad's medicare.gov account so we could show you his premium of $17.90. We click login. You'll notice his name is here, and where you want to go to look for this is under your name here towards the top right. Dad's name is Wallace, and you go to My Premiums. Click on My Premiums, and this is where it will show it, and we'll get into a little bit more detail. Current monthly premium, $17.90, not $202.90. Click on Premium Details, and now it'll start showing why this is. Again, $17.90 for July of 2026. I'm obviously filming this in July. The Part B amount is $202.90. He has no Part B late enrollment penalty. He has no Part B IRMA, income-related monthly adjustment amount. That's a surcharge for what the government says is a high wage earner. And then here is where he gets the money back. The MA plan Part B premium. Notice it says here when you scroll over the I, some Medicare Advantage plans pay all or part of your Part B premium. So his MA plan, Medicare Advantage, is paying $185 of the $202.90 on his behalf. So what he has to pay is $17.90, not $202.90. And you'll see this because he's going to be on this plan the whole year, $17.90 for December, November, October, August, all the way back to when this particular plan went into place, which was January of 2026, $17.90. You just saw my dad's actual medicare.gov portal. This is the kind of guidance the veterans who go through our process get every day. So why does dad pay $17.90 when you're looking at $2,435 for the year? Because dad knows something most career military retirees are never told. And here's the part that matters most to you. What I'm about to show you works right alongside your TRICARE for life. You don't lose it. You keep it. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why that $2,435 bill shows up, why you already paid for most of it, and what dad knows. Let me tell you what actually happened. TRICARE didn't mail you an invoice, but the day you turned 65, your TRICARE Prime or TRICARE Select transitioned to TRICARE for life. And to keep your TRICARE for life, you're required to have at least Medicare Part A and B. That's the rule. Part A is premium free for you because you paid in, but Part B has a premium, $202.90 a month in 2026, $2,435 a year. That's the bill. So here's the truth of it. We understand you were lied to by the government about getting free health care for the rest of your life. You made a career in the military. You served your country. You earned the promise. At 65, the bill arrived anyway. I get why that makes a career veteran angry. You held up your end, and now there's a monthly premium standing between you and the coverage you were told you already earned. But here's what I want you to see before this video is over. That $2,435 bill isn't the whole story. Most of your Medicare you already paid for. And that premium, the right plan, is allowed to help pay part of it and have a $0 premium to you for it every month. Your real question isn't whether to pay the bill. By the end of this video, you'll see what your real question actually is. I'm Chris Duncan, and I know you don't care who I am, but I've been helping retirees with Medicare and retirement planning for nearly 20 years. Our organization focuses on veterans, and this is the one that gets career military retirees every time. You remember the FICA box on your pay stubs? Every paycheck, military service, civilian jobs, didn't matter. FICA came out. If you earned $50,000 a year on average over a 40-year career, you paid about $58,000 into Medicare through the FICA box alone. If you earned more, then you paid more. That funded your Part A hospital coverage. That's why your Part A is premium free now. But here's what career veterans were never told. You also paid federal income taxes your entire working life. And those tax dollars fund a different part of Medicare. The federal government pays approximately 75% of the cost of Medicare Part B. Your premium covers about 25%. That $202.90 you'd pay is your quarter. The federal subsidy on top is roughly 3 times that, about $608 a month, approximately $7,300 a year set aside for you. You earned both, Part A through FICA, the Part B subsidy through your income taxes. The VA's own website asks the question, if I already have VA healthcare benefits, should I still sign up for Medicare when I turn 65? And their answer, yes. We encourage you to sign up for Medicare as soon as you can. Think about that. The VA is telling every veteran to get Medicare, even 100% disabled veterans with full VA healthcare. And there's one more thing Medicare's own handbook says about that $202.90, and it's on page 11. So the federal government already covers 75% of your Part B. That's automatic once you enroll. But your 25% share, that $202.90, there's something you can do about that too. On page 11 of the 2026 Medicare and You Handbook, it says about Medicare Part C plans. Some plans may have a $0 premium and may help pay all or part of your Part B premium. That's Medicare's own language. Let me break it down. Medicare Advantage, also called Part C, is allowed to have a $0 premium, just like my dad's does. And Part C is allowed to help pay all or part of your Part B premium. Now, here's the part career military retirees worry about. You're thinking, if I add Part C, what happens to my TRICARE for life? Nothing. TRICARE for life wraps around Part C, same way TRICARE for life wraps around original Medicare. You don't lose it. It works alongside it. To be eligible for Part C, you have to have Medicare Part A and B first. Part A and B are the foundation. You already need them to keep TRICARE for life, so a Part C plan that's allowed to help with your Part B premium fits right into the coverage you already have. Let me show you what this looks like with my dad. Remember at the top, I told you Dad doesn't pay $202.90. He pays $17.90, and here's how. Dad's Part C plan is allowed to have a $0 premium, and it does. It costs him nothing extra to have per month, and Dad isn't getting any low-income help. He paid it through Medicare his whole life, through FICA, through his income taxes, the same way you did. He earned this, and because of what page 11 describes, Dad gets $185 of the $202.90 covered. Dad pays $17.90 a month out of his Social Security. The average veteran that goes through our process gets $145 of their Part B premium covered. Some get more, some get less. Dad's $185 is the highest available in his county. That doesn't mean $185 is available in your county. Your county is different. The plans, the costs, and what any plan is allowed to do with your Part B premium all change by county. That's why we look it up for every veteran individually. Now, here's the part that matters most for career veterans. TRICARE for Life does not cover routine dental, vision, or hearing. Original Medicare doesn't cover those either. Does the VA cover dental? Unless you're 100% rating, no. Any vision or hearing? Sometimes. And most veterans don't have a 100% rating. Part C is allowed to provide benefits that go beyond what TRICARE for Life, Original Medicare, and the VA provide on their own. And through all of it, Dad's VA benefits didn't change. They can't. Medicare is not allowed to affect your VA health benefits or disability ratings in any way. Now, let me show you the other side. What happens if you say no to Part B? Skip Medicare Part B and you lose 3 things at once. First, this one's simple. You lose your TRICARE for Life. Your TRICARE for Life requires at least Medicare Part A and B. Drop Part B and your TRICARE for Life ends the day you say no. The promise you spent a career earning, gone over a premium. Second, you forfeit the federal subsidy, approximately $7,300 a year, set aside for you, funded by federal income taxes you already paid. Third, you lose your enrollment penalty protection. If you ever need to enroll later, the late enrollment penalty is 10% for every 12 full months that you delayed. That penalty is permanent for life. And here's the double whammy. The penalty is a percentage of the current year's Part B premium. So when the premium goes up almost every year, the premium goes up with it. 3 forfeitures, all at once, all permanent. 3 career military veterans, same promise, same TRICARE for life, 3 different outcomes. Veteran 1 listened to bad advice and dropped Part B for 5 years to skip the premium. He lost his TRICARE for life the same day. Then he needed care, but he couldn't just sign back up. He had to wait for the general enrollment period, January through March, to get Part B again. And now he pays a 50% penalty every month for life on top of a premium he walked away from for years. Veteran 2 kept Part B, so he held on to his TRICARE for life and his $7,300 subsidy. But he never explored his options. He thought there was only one choice, one size fits all. So he pays the full $202.90 every month, leaving money on the table he doesn't have to. Veteran 3 knows what my dad knows what our clients know. He enrolled on time, kept his TRICARE for life. He's getting his $7,300 subsidy, and a Part C plan is helping with his share. And his TRICARE for life he earned wraps around the Part C plan. He used what he earned, and his benefits didn't change. Same promise, same TRICARE for life, 3 completely different outcomes. Which veteran are you going to be? Here's what I want you to walk away with. That $2,435 bill was never the real story. Most of your Part B, the federal government already covers because you pay for it through your income taxes. Your TRICARE for life, you earned that through a career of service. And your share of the premium, the right plan is allowed to help with it. So this was never a question of whether to pay a bill. It's a question of whether to claim what's already yours. There's a window to claim it, 7 months around your 65th birthday. Miss it, and the penalty follows you for life. There's no reset button. I wrote Medicare for Veterans, the complete field guide. You can read it free at freevetsbook.com or grab a copy on Amazon. Scan the code on your screen right now, and it'll take you straight there. You're seeing 2 videos on your screen. One breaks down that $7,300 federal subsidy in full and how the government pays 75% of your Part B premium. The other shows you exactly what the Part B penalty costs you for life if you wait. Both are worth your time. I'm Chris Duncan, and remember, we speak veteran.